Today, I'm going to be showing you Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. We'll do a full walkthrough together of all the main areas inside and both outside. When you arrive, you'll be showing security that you do have a hotel reservation to be entering there. And when they drop you off in front, you'll actually notice that they have some 1929 Cadillacs outside. And that kind of goes with the whole turn of the century Victorian era roaring 20s feel that they want you to have. This resort opened in 1988 and was actually inspired by the historic Hotel del Coronado in California. When walking in, you'll be warmly welcomed. And although Disney does offer online check-in for your resort, I still recommend checking in with the front desk in the lobby when you arrive, especially if you're traveling with other family members, you need rooms near each other. Your travel agent should have noted that on your reservation, but it's always good to reinforce that upon arrival. If you need bed rails, a crib, anything for an infant, you can also request it at that time, and when your room is ready, they'll make sure they bring that up for you. In the meantime, you can explore the lobby. You'll see to the left there, that's a newer bar called The Perch. They typically have a live pianist also playing throughout the day and the night. And the resort details here are just absolutely stunning. You will also have plenty of shops here. For instance, like this over here on my left is Basin White, which is luxury bath products. But you'll have plenty of shops for your necessities, clothing, snacks, and gifts. You'll find these on both the first and second levels of the lobby. As we start to go through, I'm also going to show you some of the restaurants that are on property. One of my favorite places to stop, especially if you like espresso martinis, is going to be on the second floor of the lobby, and that's called the Enchanted Rose. It opens later in the day, usually around 4 p.m., and you also have a nice, beautiful balcony that you can sit on as well. Super relaxing, and they've got some really good appetizers and just small bites there. You'll also have your more elevated dining like Citrico's and Victorian Albert's. Victorian Albert's is Disney's only Michelin-starred restaurant. It is ultra fine dining. Your reservation is required and the dress code is strictly enforced. But that was one of the best meals of my entire life, and I highly recommend going there if you can. Heading back downstairs, you'll experience the live pianist that I was talking about in the lobby. He's absolutely amazing. Other dining options are 1900 Park Fare, which is going to be buffet style, and then a la carte sit-down style Narcoossee's and the Grand Floridian Cafe. This here is Gasparilla Island, which is going to be your quick service restaurant. Now let's head over to the pools. This is going to be your splash pad area for the littles, and you can see there's plenty of lounge chairs for you to relax on. Then we also have the main pool, which will have your water slide. It will have some quick service bites, refillable stations for your drinks. This you would consider the main pool of the resort. Next up, we'll move over to the courtyard pool, which is my personal favorite. Tends to be a little more calm, a little more relaxed. There's some really great walking paths here. So you can walk to Magic Kingdom. You can walk through like the Polynesian. So if you want to get out, stretch your legs a little bit, there is plenty of space to do so. And fun fact, you can actually rent a boat here even without a boat license at the Grand Floridian. The only other place you can do that is at the Contemporary Resort. You'll visit the captain's shipyard, and you'll see here pricing for the fireworks cruise, the fishing excursion, as well as the pontoon boat rental. They will give you all the information you need to get started before you head out. Of course, we had to try it, and it was so much fun. It was super relaxing. We went over to the Wilderness Lodge, we went by Contemporary Resort, we sailed past Magic Kingdom and the ferry boat. And, so you're all over the Seven Seas Lagoon, but very easy to navigate. And they don't allow you to dock anywhere, so you are just kind of on the open water relaxing, and you can bring your own snacks and drinks on board so you're comfortable. Honestly, like, how could you not love this resort? It's so calm, it's so serene, and it's so luxurious. I love just like walking around and taking it all in. This is actually the area too where in the evenings you can catch the Magic Kingdom's fireworks. They pipe in the music as well, so you'll hear Happily Ever After playing in the background. Now, let's talk transportation. One of the biggest perks here, especially for families that plan on spending a lot of time at Magic Kingdom, is you are one stop away on the monorail. So you'll actually go through security from your resort. So once you get off the monorail at Magic Kingdom, you won't need to go through security a second time. What's nice too is you're never waiting for a monorail, they come continuously. And if you have an ECV, they'll put a ramp down so you can just go right in. If you have a stroller, you won't need to break it down, which is also super helpful if you're traveling with littles. And now let's move on to one of my favorite modes of transportation at the Grand Floridian, which will be boat transportation. So they'll have some smaller boats like what you're seeing me on right now. These go back and forth from Magic Kingdom to the Grand Floridian. It does also stop at the Polynesian. Now, if you walk over to the Transportation and Ticket Center, that's where you're going to find the large ferry boat. That fits literally hundreds of people. And you may have people that are parking at the Transportation Ticket Center or coming in on the monorail from Epcot that are transferring over. So that one is going to be a little more packed. So I highly suggest taking the smaller boats directly from the resort for a more serene experience. I'm going to kick this right into turbo mode. That way you can also see us when we're pulling up to the Grand Floridian. But this boat will run from morning to evening and it's just really relaxing. So I always recommend people taking it. And when you are pulling up to the resort, Grand Floridian will be your first stop. And like I said, these boats will also stop at the Polynesian. So maybe if you want to grab some drinks or snacks at the Wailulu Grill over at the Poly, you can just remain on here, head over, and then walk back over to your resort later on. And heading over to our final mode of transportation from the Grand Floridian will be your bus transportation. So here we are exiting the lobby, and there will be signs clearly marking where to head. So you'll see right above in the center there, that is going to be your directory. So you'll see we're going to turn right to head over to the bus stop, which is also right near the convention center. Bus transportation is what you'll be using to get to Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, your water parks, and Disney Springs. You'll be using the monorail for Epcot and Magic Kingdom, and boat transportation for Magic Kingdom. They will have some benches over here in the bus stop area. You also see that TV screen. For some reason, when I'm recording, it's black, but that actually will show you the next arriving bus for each destination. So as I'm closing out this tour, if you want luxury, convenience, space, and that just classic, iconic Disney elegance, this is your resort. So if you're planning a Disney trip and trying to decide which resort fits your vibe, this is exactly what I help my clients with every single day. From room categories to dining reservations to fireworks views, I make sure your Disney vacation feels like your best day ever. If you loved this tour, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.